Lastly, we'll be checking for run out. Run out is when the shaft wobbles up and down as it turns. This again allows us to not be able to align gears reliably, or belts, or for that matter couplings, and puts a strain on a coupling into the driven shaft. To check for that, we again use our dial indicator, only this time loosening up the dial indicator to not come from the end, but to come from above. And so I tighten down the screws to same rule of thumb. We want to come up not quite on top of, but a little bit pushed in. You can see it's pushed in here, but not all the way. It's a good spot to tighten it up. And we want to be as close to the perpendicular as possible. That looks good. Now we turn the shaft to just, you can see where the key set is. That's a little slot here. It's where my finger is running. And it's about right here, because as soon as it goes in the key, look what happens to the indicator. It drops into the trough. We don't want to do that. We want to be just on the edge. What we'll do is we'll turn the shaft completely around till it gets to the other end of the key set. The key set, again, is that vertical slot cut into the shaft for keys. And so we start at one end, and we will zero out our indicator. I turn the dial, and then we will move the dial by turning the shaft by hand and watching the dial move. In this case, we observe the needle has not budged from 0, so the run out is actually 0.000, which is very good. Normally, we want to see a run out that's about 0.001, 0.002 inches. In other words, 0.02 of an inch maximum. That's from minimum to maximum movement, so the needle movement should be no more than 2 little notches on the dial. In this case, we saw 0, so it's well within spec.